The first sign came quietly, like most things did in Ethan Moore's life. It was a Tuesday evening, rain tapping against the kitchen window while he stood at the sink scrubbing a pan that refused to come clean. Lily sat at the small table behind him, legs swinging, homework spread out in neat, careful rows. She was 12, all elbows and oversized hoodies, her dark hair tied back in a loose ponytail that never stayed neat for long. "Dad," she said softly. Ethan replied without turning, focused on the stubborn burn mark. "I finished my math." "Good job, kiddo," he said. "Put it in your bag so you don't forget." She hesitated. "Can you check it? Tomorrow morning, okay? I've got to finish dinner." Lily nodded, even though he wasn't looking. She gathered her papers, her smile fading just a little. Ethan didn't notice. He rarely did. Not because he didn't care, but because caring had become tangled up with surviving. Ever since her mother had died 5 years earlier, life had turned into a long list of things that needed to be done, and Ethan attacked that list with the same determination he used at work, at home, everywhere. He provided. He protected. He kept everything from falling apart. He just didn't slow down long enough to see what was quietly unraveling right in front of him. The second sign came louder. Lily started waiting up for him. He worked late shifts at the auto repair shop, and most nights he came home after 10, smelling of oil and metal. At first, he thought it was coincidence, finding her on the couch pretending to watch TV, her eyes heavy. "Why aren't you in bed?" he asked one night. "Couldn't sleep," she said quickly. He ruffled her hair. "Go on now. Big day tomorrow." She watched him walk past, her mouth opening as if to say something, then closing again. The TV flickered on the blank wall long after she'd gone to her room. The third sign was harder to miss, but Ethan still managed. Lily began doing things for him. Small things at first. Making his coffee in the morning, even though she didn't drink it herself. Leaving notes in his lunch bag with crooked hearts drawn in the corners. Cleaning the house without being asked. "You don't have to do all this," he told her one Saturday when he found her scrubbing the bathroom sink. "I know," she said. "I just want to help." And he smiled, proud of how responsible she was becoming, unaware that children who feel secure don't usually work so hard to earn their place. The signs piled up like unread letters. Lily stopped talking about school. Her grades slipped slightly, not enough to set off alarms, but enough that her teacher mentioned it in an email Ethan skimmed during his lunch break. She flinched when he raised his voice, even when he wasn't angry. She hugged him longer than before, clinging like she was afraid he might disappear if she let go. Still, Ethan missed it all. He told himself he was doing his best. Single fathers weren't perfect. No one had given him a manual for how to raise a grieving child while holding together a life that felt permanently cracked. He loved Lily. Of course he did. He said it sometimes, usually as he was rushing out the door or reminding her to brush her teeth. "Love you, kiddo." Automatic. Safe. What he didn't do was listen. The breaking point came on a Thursday that started like any other. Ethan woke up late, already behind schedule. Lily was in the kitchen, quietly eating toast. "Morning," she said. "Morning," he replied, grabbing his keys. "I'm running late. You've got lunch money?" She nodded. "Dad?" He paused, one hand on the door. "Yeah. Can you come to the school play tonight?" He frowned, thinking. "Tonight?" "Yeah. I told you last week. I'm one of the leads." Guilt flickered through him, quickly smothered by exhaustion. "Tonight's going to be rough, Lil. We've got a big job at the shop. I'll try, okay?" Her shoulders slumped, just a little. "Okay." He kissed the top of her head and rushed out, not seeing the way her eyes filled as the door closed behind him. By the time evening came, Ethan was covered in grease and running on fumes. His phone buzzed with a reminder notification he didn't remember setting: school play, 7 p.m. He checked the time. 6:45. He hesitated, wiping his hands on a rag. "I've got to go," he told his boss. "Now?" the man asked. "We're not done. My kid's gotta play." His boss sighed but waved him off. Ethan drove faster than he should have, heart pounding with a mix of relief and dread. When he slipped into the school auditorium, the lights were already dim. He scanned the stage, spotting Lily instantly. She stood in the center, face pale, eyes searching the crowd. And then she saw him. Her expression changed. Not into a smile, but into something raw and trembling, like she'd been holding her breath for weeks and had finally exhaled. The play ended to polite applause. Parents stood, cheering. Lily didn't look at him as she walked off stage. He waited by the side doors, expecting her to come running, like she used to. She didn't. She emerged slowly, eyes red, clutching her script. "Hey," he said gently. "You were great." She nodded, not meeting his eyes. "I'm sorry, I almost missed it." That did it. She stopped walking. Her shoulders shook. "You always almost miss it," she said, her voice cracking. Ethan froze. "Lily. You miss dinners. You miss conversations. You miss me." Her words spilled out, years of swallowed feelings rushing to the surface. "I leave you notes. I wait up for you. I try so hard to be good and helpful and quiet so you won't be tired of me." "What?" "No," Ethan reached for her, but she stepped back. "I know Mom's gone," she sobbed. "I know you're tired. But sometimes I feel like I lost you too." His chest tightened painfully. "Lily, She looked up at him then, tears streaming down her face, her voice rising, breaking through everything he'd ignored. "I love you, idiot." The word echoed between them, not angry, but desperate. Honest. Terrified. For a moment, Ethan couldn't breathe. Every missed sign, every brushed-off moment, crashed into him at once. He dropped to his knees in front of her, not caring who saw. "Oh, Lily," he whispered, pulling her into his arms. She clung to him like she had when she was little, her sobs soaking into his jacket. "I love you too. I love you so much. I'm so sorry." They stayed like that for a long time, the hallway slowly emptying around them. Things didn't magically fix themselves after that night. Ethan was still tired. Life was still hard. But something fundamental shifted. He started coming home earlier when he could. He put his phone down during dinner. He asked questions and waited for the answers. When Lily said, "Dad," he turned and really listened. And Lily changed too. She laughed more. She stopped trying so hard to earn his attention and trusted that it was already hers. Sometimes, late at night, Ethan would remember her words and feel a pang of shame, followed by gratitude. Because she had yelled through tears, and he had finally heard. Love had been there all along. It just needed someone brave enough to say it out loud.